How are we all doing, everyone? Please do let me know if you can't hear me, okay? Just because I've been messing around with my layout so much in the last 2 days or so. Put another board in over there to cover the window. So I can have my desk back from the angled to having it now parallel, which I felt better with. Hey, D. Jong, how you doing? Do let me know, though, the voice is coming through okay. It just works better in the room. Hey, Mia. It works better rather than the desk being at an angle, so my back was to the corner. It feels better like this. Because also I can show off the table a little bit more as well. That I've got here as well. Hey, Paulot. Paul Marlot. I said Paulot. Hey, Paul. Excellent, cool. How are you all finding the amazing giveaway that we're doing? I hope you're all excited about the giveaway. I think it's probably one of the most amazing giveaways I've probably ever done. And I hope you all like it too. Who here is yet to enter into the giveaway? Like, seriously, if you've not entered, you need to enter, right? But who here has not entered, seriously, the giveaway? And have you seen the prizes on offer? I'll give you a reminder of what's on offer, because I think they are ass-whooping good, alright? Ass-whooping good. I've been quite busy, though, over the weekend, and this morning, getting stuff done and all of that, so I've just got to share my... God, I can't even share my screen properly. Because I've moved my monitors. I can't really see my icons now. There we go. So we have got lots of goodies, right? I mean, we're talking... the list of items that we have available on here now, I think is just pretty damn good, right? We've got Bricks Builder. We've got Crock-a-Block. I mean, these three here are new. These just got added on today because the people behind them are a bit late on getting back to me. But hey, that's okay. But we've added them in. And it's free to enter. Hey, Richard. There's got to be one on there you like, Richard, right? I mean, there's no guarantee you're going to win, obviously. It's all luck, isn't it? Who's going to win? It's all luck. It's all just, raffle. Whoever's name comes out. Probably won't be your name. Who knows? But if there's something you like, you got to go for it. You got to go for it, right? You got to go for it. Put your name in the hat. Don't forget to hit like if you are watching, by the way. By the way, this one here did change. This was $59 that you could use on Brainstorm products, but they've now come back to say, actually, they only want it to be for Astra Pro. So this one is just Astra Pro. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Cheers, Nick. With regards to Depictor, D. Jong doesn't like it. Feels like a small room now. You know what's really funny about this room at the moment? It does make it feel like a smaller room, but trust me, right, it is very big and spacious. Hey, Fat J, what's the link? Let me give you the link. Let me give you the link over here. You got to go to that link there. Okay, Richard, you got most of it. Nice one. With regards to Depictor, there were a few bugs. The developers have come back to me to say that some of the bugs they're aware of, they're looking into. Some of them, they said you need to do X, Y, Z to get around it. My problem I have with that is some of the solutions they gave, hey Erling, some of the solutions the Depictor people gave, I felt like you need to make that clearer. So there was an issue with fonts. If anyone's watched a Depictor video, I mentioned how some of your custom fonts don't come through. And what they said to me is too many custom fonts is a bad thing. And I was like, what? So too many custom fonts is a bad thing. And I was like, I only had 2 custom fonts. What are you talking about? And what they said is when it comes to sliders, people don't care about custom fonts. And I did feel a bit like that's a really shitty answer, right? Because number one, your sliders will affect your page speed performance anyway. Number two, if you haven't got custom fonts, it's going to pull you down even more. So I felt some of their reasoning was a little bit like rubbish, right? Because in the depictor video, I show that if you add in custom fonts, they don't always get picked up. So, yeah. Hey, John Fairish. Mia, curious to hear about the contest. What people interested? What prices? Well, to be honest, Mia, there's no price. It's all free. Everything I'm giving away here is free. Hey, Rajat. Everything here is for free, right? So, if there's something on here you want to be entered for, tick the box and submit. Or just tick all of them and submit. You know, maybe if you put your name in for everything, you get something. Some of them are just for 1 year, so you're going to have to renew yourself in year 2. You'll know if you want to continue with it or not. Exactly, Nick. Exactly. And that's what I felt like. So what Depictor was saying was, it's okay not to have your custom font. And number two, too many custom fonts is a bad thing. And I was like, no, not really. Maybe, I mean, in actual honesty, I'd only loaded through the Lato font in Depictor. And I was using Lato everywhere else. So why wouldn't you want to use it on your slider, right? And I think it was an oversight. I think they didn't realize it's all good and well adding custom font because it worked for some of the components on the slide, but not for I think it was the title. I think it was the main heading or title. And I think they were trying to give me an excuse. Oh, blah blah blah. And I was like, nah, not really. I can see through that. Yeah, I mean that's interesting, Nick. I mean, I've read your later comment before your first one about, you know, you had that issue as well. Don't forget to hit like if you haven't already. Now, we have got a bit of a very busy week this week. I've got 6 videos I've got to record this week. I want to do some further investigation into bricks later on this week. I need to start my Atareem video, so I'm supporting Atareem with redoing their YouTube videos, bringing my own pizzazz and style to the equation. And luckily for me, well, some of these videos I've delayed for 2 weeks until my son restarts school tomorrow. Hey, Soren, how you doing? By the way, Soren, kudos, mate, on that code snippet you either found or built up or wrote or whatever, you know. So I think, nice one. And it was a good topic you started off as well. Don't forget to hit like if you're watching. So Atareem videos I'm going to start doing. So you've already seen me supporting Bertha with videos. I'm now going to be supporting Atareem as well. Hey, David. By the way, thank you everyone who has, you know, hey, Atlantis, how you doing? Thank you everyone who, long time no see, by the way, Atlantis. Definitely, John. My son going back to school, you do not I can now, when I drop him off at school, get here, set things up and start recording without having to worry about him coming in. He needs to be fed. His friends are knocking on the door. He's hurt himself. You know, it's a bit nonsense. Hey, Jimmy! Boom, 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 boom. How you doing? Sorry I wasn't able to kind of like go live on the weekend. I was quite busy and stuff. I might put that light on in the background there. Sorry I wasn't live, mate. I was busy kind of setting up this goodies. You can see the goodies over here. All these free goodies for when we hit 10,000. We've not hit it yet, but we will do. Hey, Andrew. So if anyone has not signed up yet for this, please go and look at that link and go and sign up. Loads of free stuff available. Come on, Jimmy. There's got to be something you like. Hey, don't worry, Atlantis. Look, I'm going to say to you the same thing I say to everyone else. When you are busy, do not watch YouTube or live chats or anything. Not just me, but everyone. Get your work done. Your friends, your family, your tasks. Get on with them, all right? Get on with them. I think I missed something over here. Gregor. Hey, Gregor, you said something and I missed it. You said something there. Can I generate product description with Bertha AI? Yes, you can, Gregor. Yes, you can. In fact, let me show you. In fact, can I just quickly pull up a link for Gregor? Gregor, let me get you a link, my friend. Let me get you a link, right? Just bear with me. I just got to get Gregor. Doe. Hold on. Bertha product description. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. Where's the... Right, Gregor, you need to go and watch this, okay? So let me just add in a list for you there. Okay? Right. I hope that helps, Gregor, okay? Yes. Jimmy, how have things been with your choreography? I was going to say choreographing. Is that a word? Choreographing. That is a word, isn't it? Or was it just choreography? How's it going? Yes, Jimmy, go register. To be honest though, Fat J, I mean, I added 3 in and I've just said, look, everyone gets a chance to win that, to be honest. Hey George, you're not late, mate. We've just joined up. Yeah, so Gregor, Bertha AI is actually quite good with its product description. I tried it. I think in the video I did it with I think I pretended I was selling property or something, and it started pulling out all of these lovely worded descriptions. And obviously you would change the detail. Okay, you're not going to take it word for word. You change some of the detail. Hey Umberto, how you doing? Not seen you for a while. When you say register multiple times, Bo Gregor, what, to the competition? No, duplicate emails will get caught up. Now, of course, if some of you decide you're going to enter multiple times with multiple emails, can't do that. Can't do that. Yeah, I know, Rajat. Yeah, I did think about that, but I have got Honeypot in the background. I have got Honeypot there. And yeah, so far it's been fine. But what I will say, though, is that if you do enter multiple times, I can't stop people doing that because they might put a fake name in and I don't know who they are. But I would say, out of fairness, I hope people are a little bit more mature about it. Let's be mature about it, okay? Give everyone a fighting chance. And I'm really happy to know that we are close to hitting 10,000. We're not there yet. You know, I reckon in another 2.5 weeks we will be there. But I'm really excited to be getting to that milestone. Choreographing works. You used that word as well, Jimmy. I'm glad. I wasn't sure what I was saying then. Just reading the comments here, Humberto, quite busy experimenting with fonts. So there's 2 clients that I'm waiting to confirm back to me if they are good to go. What's happened is, a client we did a website for about, it was actually last year. It was last year, August, we finished it. So it was a year ago. Now they've come back to us and the cost for it is a lot more than what they originally paid. And that's because they've got to understand that our costing's changed. In the last 12 months, they've changed twice. And they're a bit unhappy about that. But it's like, you want loads more stuff doing to your website. You don't have the users. You can go elsewhere, right? You want users. You got to pay for it. That's the name of the game. Yeah, exactly, Atlantis. I mean, I can't stop anyone entering with another name or an email. You know, how do I know who they are? But I would like to think people don't do that. Bear in mind, though, you know, IP addresses can get, you know, found because it's via an Elementor form. If I spot the same IP address, I might have to make an executive decision. And I might have to say, right, neither one can win. But I hope I don't have to make that decision yet. Do you know what, Soren? I was thinking that as well myself about the Artemis launch. I was like, earlier I had it on Twitter and it just showed the shuttle with smoke. I think it was like frozen smoke or something. And I was like, is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. Gregor, does Bertha also work with German language? I believe it does. I believe they have got that activated now. If you go to bertha.ai, it should confirm it, and I'm pretty sure that is now on. Hey, WP Tasker, how you doing? Nice one, Jimmy. I will now make sure you don't win. Everyone has a chance. Everyone has a chance. Wow, John, 3 people working on one site. That's a bit... Wow. I get worried when there's more than one person working on a site at any one time. You know? I mean, Erling, are you actually getting told you're breaking GDPR? Whereabouts are you based, Erling? Are you in Germany? Hey, Antony. Hope you're okay, mate. And of course, I think you've entered, Antony, haven't you? But, you know, if anyone hasn't, please don't forget to enter the competition to win. All right, over here. Don't forget to hit like if you haven't already. Subscribe, share, and follow. Blah, 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 blah. Don't forget about our mastery modules as well on our website. You can't miss them, mastery modules. But please do enter the competition, where on the 16th of September, you could win one of these prizes. Like, what? And I did grovel, okay, guys? All right? Some of these are ones you asked for. I groveled, okay? And I managed to get some good prizes. Breakdance did not offer any prizes. Surprise, surprise. So I said to Louis, hey, look, Louis, I know you probably hate my guts, you know, and all of that. However, do you want to give up 3 of your licenses? They're only for 1 year. Whoever gets it has got to pay for year 2 onwards. But for the first year, do you want to give away 3 licenses? I said, that is a major advertising for you. 3 licenses. Even though the final version's not out, 3 licenses, breakdance. No reply. No reply. Send him an email, sent him a direct message. No reply. Yep, Dave, I asked him. I mean, I'm not surprised, to be honest, after kind of like how much we grilled it and talked about its pricing model. But I still thought that they might want to be part of it. But hey, Bricks very nicely gave us a license, which you can see over here. We've got Bricks Builder, 1 site. It's not the unlimited sites, right? I can't give you that, but it's 1 site, but it is lifetime. Elemental Cloud, 1 site, 1 year, and you get Elemental Pro as part of it. So, you know, we got some good deals on you for you there. Oh, you're in Austria. I have to say, this light above my head is really hurting my eyes today. It's really giving me a headache. Space. I love space too, George. I love space. I'm one of those kids when I was 6, 7 years old, crazy about the solar system, dinosaurs and the solar system. They were my 2 favourite subjects. Oh, and Star Wars. Oh, and Transformers. Yeah, Star Wars, Transformers. So there's loads of stuff I loved. So, John, your colleague is meeting with Tyson Fury. Whoa! Are you building a website for them or something? No, WP Tasker, I did not get Elementor Pro Lifetime. I got an Elementor Cloud license, which comes with Pro for 1 year. One site, 1 year. So we got that. Do you think the light's too bright? Do you think it's better like that? Do you think it's better like that light so it's not too bright? I keep looking over here, but the camera's there. I got to just move my screen a bit like that. I do keep looking in the wrong place because the camera is over here. Now, the camera used to be over there. It used to actually be here. Now the camera is there. So let me show you my hands. The camera used to be here. Now it's over there. Quite a change in the angles. Just getting used to it. Pepsi Max won't sponsor me. You haven't said no, but then they're not replying yes either. Is Mark Newman on here? Have I missed his name? Where's Mark's name? Mark's not on it. Oh, there's Mark. Sorry, mate. Missed your name. Missed your name. Yeah, sorry about that. Just checking some of the comments come on here. Andrew, advice on transparent menus. Some clients have photos that have bright regions. Okay, right. So, Andrew, this is what you could do. You might want to give your your header like a bit of a transparent black effect. So it's a bit of it's black, but it's transparent. And then as you scroll down, then the transparency maybe disappears, maybe. Something like that. Yeah, sorry, Mark. Completely missed your name. Well, to be honest, Gregor, right, we are giving away rank math, not rank math, sorry. Where is it? There it is, look, Bertha. Whoever wins this gets it for 3 sites lifetime. 3 sites lifetime, right over here. 3 websites lifetime for 1 winner, right? So that's on offer. If you haven't entered already, get your butt into gear and get entering, right? So Andrew, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that you could have like a bit of a transparent black. Go for black. Drop the opacity. And then as you scroll down, that opacity disappears, maybe? Hey, Inderpreet, hope you're okay. Oh, Mark, what are you doing this in the rain for, mate? This is like the worst weather to be doing a patio. It's not even nice. You want to be inside with your feet up. Cup of tea, Pepsi Max maybe, bachelor soup. You know, bachelor soup with the hoop and the croutons. Is it croutons? Croutons. No, croutons. Oh, those were the days, right? You come home from secondary school. I'd either have pot noodles with me, or I'd go and warm up the kettle, cup of soup. Oh, those were the days, eh? With your fork. And sometimes you didn't mix it hard enough, and you get to the bottom, and then at the bottom it was like rock hard sludge, right? Because the croutons and the hoops and the little bits and pieces, whatever shit they put in cup of soup these days, tomatoes, whatever. It's all just at the bottom, rock hard, right? And it hasn't molten, and you're determined to stab it with your fork. And even though it looks like shite, you're still going to pick it up and stick it in your mouth. Cup of soup. Those were the days, I tell ya. Those are the days. You know, that's when a boy became a man, right? When you had cup of soup or pot noodles. That used to pee my mum off a lot, right? Because my mum used to get home after I got home from school. So she'd be at work and she'd get so mad at me. Like, she'd come home and there I am, yeah, with my pot noodle tub, eating pot noodles. she'd get mad at me for that. What are you eating pot noodles for? And I'm like, I was hungry, and it was a bit cold, and I wanted to warm myself up. And the TV adverts say pot noodles is good. Pot noodles was very fattening, by the way. Wow, Andrew, you used to write to NASA. That is really interesting, Andrew. They used to send you stuff. You're lucky they didn't get someone to pick you up and probe you. You know, NASA's got links. They could have probed you. Soren, did I see the video Lightbox did the other day about how Bricks does the HTML right with header main? No. Oh, no, hold on. I need to double check now. Which video you mean? Just double checking what the comments are coming through. Yeah, Humberto. I mean, what I would say is, I think Paul's just being kind of honest. I mean, to be honest, I have been a little bit kind of. Some people have said that, you know, I've been quite negative as well, but it's not about being negative. I've been more kind of frank and honest about how I love using Elementor. I still use Elementor, but there's been what I feel are like stop starts. You think it's going to improve and then you feel like it's going to get better and then we get an update like 3.7 and then none of the features are major. And then loads of websites break, and then we have other updates, and things go up and down, and you know, it just starts to it just starts to affect confidence. Oh, John, do you know what, John? I could never do porridge. I used to hate it when I was a kid, and my dad made Weetabix. When I have Weetabix, I like Weetabix with a bit of milk. Right, but I like the Weetabix to be whole. Not broken, not sledged in half. I like it to be whole. So I can crunch through it with my spoon. You get your milk, you bite, you enjoy the Weetabix. The wheat. My dad, when I was a kid, always did it with hot milk. And it used to get me mad. I prefer cold milk. Weetabix with hot milk, right? Has anyone had that? And then he would mix it until it was literally like sludge porridge. Molten Weetabix in hot milk, just absolutely blasticized, right? It's like you might as well have just put it on the floor and stamped your feet on it like your grapes when you're making wine. La 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 la, and all that. That's what I used to get. Oh, yes, Dave, that's right. My son loves that. You get your Weetabix, you just get a teaspoon. Hey, Artif, you get your Weetabix, you get a teaspoon of sugar. You just gently, you know, like you feel like you're on MasterChef, right? You feel like you're cake baking. Bit of cold milk, and that was it. But my dad, boy, did he used to do it with hot milk, and it was like, ugh. Every swear word in my mind used to go through my head. Anyway. I've never used Rabbit Loader, WP Tasker. I've never used that. Don't even know much about that. Like Gregor says there, I mean, if Rabbit Loader is like NitroPack, don't do it. I just have a thing about NitroPack. Artif, no way, Artif. Do you do hot milk as well? Shit, Artif, what's up with you? I mean, you just made it worse. Honey and hot milk. Oh, man, Artif. What are you doing? Mash it up. Oh, Artif, you're killing me now. I feel like you're killing me on this. But yeah, cold milk, bit of sugar, beautiful. So Alex, you just going to double check your comments. Yeah, I mean, you make it. By the way, hey Alex, hey Greg, how you doing? By the way, if anyone hasn't signed up, it's free and easy. You are joining our newsletter, and please don't unsubscribe. You know, if you want to be part of the list, you got to make sure you don't unsubscribe for the competition. Yeah, you are signing up to our newsletter, but we're not going to bombard you with crap. We're not going to say, hey, buy this, buy that. None of that. We like to share stories, allergies, even. No, we like to share stuff. It says, please do make sure you sign up for the competition, okay? Back to the comments over here. So, Alex, plateauing, you're right, is not a bad thing for Elementor. You are right, but I do think that the danger with plateauing is a bit like Gutenberg. You know, Gutenberg was always on a plateau, never really went up and down until more recently. And then page builders jumped in. Now you have other page builders like Visual Composer and all them. They just plateaued and fell off the cliff. Elementor has got to keep inventing. I don't mean inventing new features. What I mean is improve what we already have. Improve what we got. So, Bricks now does nestable tabs and sliders and accordions. Come on, Elementor, do the same in Elementor. Sort out the fact that we have to use a lot of CSS half the time. Remove the need to do that. Add the setting into Elementor. The hamburger icon, give us an animated icon. Reduce the need to do code. So if you refine what we've got, it will make Elementor better. So I'll be honest, right? I always go on about Mega Menu, but you know what? In all the websites we've built, we've only used Mega Menu twice. Twice. So really, do I care about Mega Menu? No. But what I'd love to see is improve what we have now. I could list off all the stuff. Text editor. Remove the extra return. Why do I need to put CSS in? Accordions. Close the very first one. Unless you want it to be open. Again, make it happen. Transparent headers that change. You know, Astra are doing it. Astra have it. Why can't we have it here? Add the facility in. Column hover. I have to add in CSS effects for that. Bring it into the equation. Flexbox container. Get to the final version. Improve what we have. Right? Improve what we have and you're going to make people so much better. Exactly, Alex. Exactly. You're absolutely right, Alex. Different angles on the mobile. You are so right. That one gets on my nerves a lot. You set the angle on the desktop and then you're stuck with that for the mobile unless you do it with CSS. And again, you shouldn't have to. Now, with breakdance and bricks, maybe bricks more, you're kind of expected to get dirty with CSS because of the styling. So I get that. But Elementor is meant to be, you don't need to know any code. It's like me it's like me appearing on the mountains with my two tablets, my Pepsi Max tablets. You know, the 10 Commandments. You shall not code. Yeah, but you still need to code for Elementor. So, you know, come on, remove the facility for that. Make it easier, right? Make it easier. Let me just check the comments because I've skipped a bit. Hey, Jimmy, just read 3 weeks figure skating summer camp. Was it 3 weeks? I thought it was... Do you know what? It felt longer, Jimmy. It felt like you were gone for 4 weeks. Hey, look, Richard, flip-flop, all right? Take it easy. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Do you know what? I mean, to be honest, Gregor, I mean, what Gregor is saying there is actually true as well. So, like, things like, well, look, all the optimization plugins, if you aggregate or combine the CSS and JavaScript, you will have problems. If you do not aggregate and combine JavaScript and CSS, then animated icons for the hamburger menu would work. But it's something that they just haven't done yet. They need to do it. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. Yeah. Get Flexbox Container at least into beta, so we are now close to having it. Big, big plus. Number two, fix so many of the widgets that I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you now, okay? So much stuff we have to do with extra CSS. If they just added that into Elementor, so we don't have to do that. Hey Nikos, hey Yakub, how you doing? I'm just putting the link here. Don't forget to hit like if you have not already, and don't forget to go and subscribe. Well, look at the link over there. Go and hit it. Go and join our newsletter and stand a chance at winning one of these amazing prizes. By the way, I have to be really brutal here, okay? You can enter to win all of them. But once you win one prize, I can't let you win another prize. I can't. I've got to be fair to everyone who's entering. Because what if... what if Jimmy wins all of them? Right? I've got to give everyone a chance. But... oh, I just hit R2. He's a tough cookie, this one. Right, just checking the comments. Just reading the comments. Do you know, yeah, maybe, Greg. Maybe you're right. I mean, they are holding out on something. Some of it is because they're holding out on third-party developers to get to be ready for some of their Flexbox Container. But like I said, I think I said it in one of Paul's live chats. I said what they need to do is say, right, end of September, we're going live with Flexbox Container. End of September, we're going live. So all of you third-party developers, get on board. Get on board right now with Flexbox Container, or your plugin won't work with ours. End of. Just do it. Yeah, Artif. Look, Artif, if you're ever struggling, right, remember Jimmy is out there for you. Hey, Mark Harris. How are you doing? Hey, Carapos. How are you? Hey, look, I don't think I need to tell you guys because I'm sure you already know about it. Every time someone's name pops up, I got to keep going like that, right? Sign up for the prizes, okay? The link is in. I've just put the link in. Go and sign up. Do not miss out. Look at the screen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoops. Yep, Greg, give them a cutoff. Give them a cutoff, and it makes the third-party developers get on board with Flexbox Container. If they are not on board, then Elementor will then say, right, here's all the third parties that who are not compatible with Flexbox Container. So do not update or be careful. End of, right? End of. End of. Do you know what, Mark Harris? I did not think of approaching Cloudways, but I think I've already done enough with adding in 3 more new prizes this morning. Jetform Builder, Elemental Cloud, and Crockerblocks. And what I don't want to do now is keep messing up the flow of things. Are we using Fluent CRM for email marketing? Gregor says, no, we're using Active Campaign, Gregor. Active Campaign. I post using Publer for my social media, and Mark Newman does a lot of the newsletters, practically all of them, on Active Campaign. Just reading the comments. I mean, to be honest, Jimmy, you could share them out as well. You know, once you've won it, how you distribute it is up to you. Some of the prizes, though, the way it works is once I know who the winners are, you then have to go and set up your account, and then I give your emails to the developers who then activate the license on your account. So for each of them, there's a different step. Absolutely, Alex. That's the reason why I joined Elementor in the first place. It was the community. That's the reason I joined it. The Facebook community, the amount of YouTube tutorials, the YouTube channels, And I really wish they would listen more. I really do. Jimmy, you're absolutely right. You know, I have to be honest, sometimes I feel a little burned out. Sometimes I'm a bit like, ugh, at the end of the evening. So always look after yourselves, everyone, okay? Find what makes you happy and feel good and do it. Pepsi Max makes me happy. Georgie, hey, how you doing? Yes, Artif, I think you're right. Elementor are being cautious, but I think their problem is they're waiting for the third parties to be ready for the beta, for the Flexbox, but they've got to put a cutoff date in. Georgie, all my Elementor websites seems to have issues with DOM, but Georgie, is that due to, right, in inner sections, you've said limit. I would say try and get rid of them, but other reasons why you might have a lot of DOM, right, is, so this is for Georgie, how many sliders do you have? How many videos do you have? How many animations do you have? How many motion effects do you have? How many images do you have? How big is your homepage? You know, how many sections, right? And you do say you limit inner section, but that sounds to me like you still have inner sections. So try and give us a bit more of a take on roughly how many sections are your home pages? How many in it? Roughly, you know, sliders, motion effects, stuff like that. No, Greg, I don't think they're working on a new... Actually, Greg, yeah, they're working on Static. Static is the new Elementor. Hey, Amber, how you doing? What's a good counter to people who criticize you for still using WordPress? Well, okay, Anmar. Okay. So let's now, can we all let's focus on this one, right? And everyone put your take. Look at Ammar's question, right? As of 2021, WordPress powers 37% of the internet, Mark says, Harris. It was 40-odd%, 37%. I still design my websites on pen and paper. Loads of other people use Photoshop, Adobe XD, Figma. Does that now mean they are better than me or I am better than them? No. Some people ride bicycles. Some have electric bicycles. Does that mean they are better? So I would say, as long as you can get the job done, who cares? It's almost like Wix, in a way, sits on a platform, which is the Wix infrastructure. Shopify sits on the Shopify. Squarespace on Squarespace. Magento, whatever is on there. Laravel sits on whatever, okay? So every different system sits on something, right? Even when you build a HTML website, you're still sitting on something to be built on, right? And what you need to say to your clients is, if your website breaks or I drop dead, right? I drop dead or your website breaks and you go into a room or you go to Fiverr or Upwork or anywhere else and you say, I need a WordPress developer, right? You will have thousands, hundreds of thousands of hands go, da-da. You go in and say, I need Shopify. You will have, da-da, da. You say Wix, you'll have, right? WordPress is, da-da. Shopify, da-da-da. Wix, right? So it's all about, so a lot of people do say that. I get that as well. Oh, WordPress, that's so dated. But it's like, but it works. It's still solid. Great development team. Things are already being developed. And what you got to say to them, is, well, did you know the most successful page building tool, which has only been out now, 6 years, is Elementor. Forget all the issues. Is Elementor built for WordPress? Right? And then tell them the amount of people who use Wix and Squarespace and then realize, oh, you know what? I made a mistake. and then they come over to WordPress. So don't worry about it. I've had this question as well, mate. All right, Amar, by the way, I've had it as well. Sorry, Georgie, you said your question was about the DOM, and you had to duplicate some items, sliders. Well, that is probably going to be one of the reasons why you're going to get a lot of DOM. I can tell you now, right? You know the depictor video I did 2 days ago, I think. 3 days ago, 2 days ago. The amount of DOM doubled as soon as I added in a slider. I was like, whoa. The amount of DOM on the page doubled. I had like 5 sections on the page. I added in one slider section and the entire DOM doubled. In fact, it was more than double. It was more than double. I was like, whoa. No, it didn't double. Sorry. The size of the page doubled. The number of DOM went up 50%. Sorry, let me get it right. The DOMs went up 50%. Just for one extra section of sliders. So watch out for that, Georgie. Just check the questions. I think what we need, David, is I think it's a bit like... I think you're right. You know, they laid off advertising. The number of videos they're producing has gone down. The YouTube shorts are non-existent now. The training videos they did are like very low. And... I have to say, though, their recent webinar on Static wasn't the most inspiring webinar, was it? So let's just see where it goes, right? I hope it has legs. I hope it continues to improve, but let's see where it goes. No, I'll tell you, WP Tasker, why we liked it, okay? What I liked about Depictor was... If you imagine, for people like you, me, and lots of others, we will build our sliders natively, won't we? We'll build them how we want. We'll build them. And we know that with bricks, you get nestable sliders, right? If you've got bricks and other stuff as well. What Depictor did was give you another slider plugin with nestable features, with tons of really, really good templates. Did you see the templates, WP Tasker? WP Tasker. Did you see the templates? They were pretty damn good. Some of them were like, all right, yeah, I like this. So you could easily load up a template, change the images, change the text, boom, 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 job done, and you have now got an amazing slider. So I think for people that aren't used to using sliders, or they were using Rev Slider or other stuff like that, I think it was a good choice for them. So Artiv, I think what irritated a lot of us was it wasn't a live webinar. The chat was live, the webinar wasn't. It was a pre-recorded webinar, and the questions at the end were like obviously rehearsed questions, weren't they? They were pre-managed questions, which I felt was like, it's probably already been pre-planned what the answers would be as well. And I felt like that's not a proper QA. That's not a proper live chat. Sorry, just quickly check the question. Hey, Kester. Sorry, I didn't say hey to you. Yeah, very good point what Mark Harris says there. WordPress is the most efficient way to build your website. Yeah, I mean, I did find a few bugs with it, Jimmy, but the bugs weren't showstoppers at all. And I think you could get away with it. There was one bug, though, which I think is a showstopper. When you set the image, it doesn't allow you to lay it out properly for the mobile. And they gave me a bit of a dodgy answer for that I need to study again. Because I feel like I don't care how good it looks on desktop. It's about how it looks on the mobile. By the way, Artie, you're going to get bored out your arse watching that webinar, so just skip loads of it, okay? Hey, thanks, Ahmed. Yeah, so the t-shirt is basically, so a lot of us are going to get told, right, you're just the web designer. Yep, but you still need us. You still need us. You still need me. I might just be the web designer, but you still need me. No, Yakub, what is your number one security plugin? Lots of people will say WordFence. I quite like all-in-one security and firewall. I need to do a video on it. I just haven't got around to doing it. Sorry, George, you said something and I didn't read it properly. So you got a client switching from Squarespace to WordPress due to the limitation. Exactly. Shopify. I've spoken to people that get irritated by Shopify's limitation, Wix's limitation, Squarespace limitation. There's always a limitation when you're in a closed infrastructure, right? So you don't want to be in a closed infrastructure. You want to have the flexibility and freedom to kind of like move with the times. I think, yeah, I mean, so Amir, I do get irritated when some people say, "Oh, you're not a real web designer. You use Elementor and you use WordPress," and I'm like, we need to stop thinking like that, right? We need to just stop thinking like that. We need to stop attacking one another or judging one another based on how long you've done something. For instance, this is a rubbish example, okay, but I'll give it to you anyway. There will be someone who's been driving cars for 50 years, and I've been driving cars for 25 years, 26 years, 25 years, 26 years. Does that mean the person who's been driving for 50 years is better than me because they've been driving longer? Or maybe someone has studied SQL, algorithms, programming, and I learned off my own back. Does that mean they are better than me? And I always feel like, as long as you can get the job done and you think about things and you're methodical and you don't just bung it together, you do think about what you're building and performance and all of this. You just gotta kind of like, accept that we need to stop hating on everyone and stop calling people out and going, oh, you're just using Elementor, you're just using WordPress, that slider, you just use that, or and that does get on my nerves a bit. And it's very difficult when you're actually talking, like, for instance, okay, I have to be careful what I say here, but my next door neighbor works for an American company. I can't remember the name of the company. Magenta websites. And every 3 or 4 weeks, he's going over to America for a sales meeting for a day or two, comes back, right? And when he told me he builds websites, and I said, oh yeah, I build websites. And he goes, oh yeah, what with? And I said, oh yeah, WordPress, and we tend to use Elementor. And I could see his face. It was almost like, he was like, oh yeah, we use Magenta. And I was a bit, all right, cool, yeah, excellent. But you could almost tell there was this superiority complex kicking in. And I just thought, I'm not going to defend what I do or how I do it, and I think it's good to know HTML. I think it is good to know CSS. You don't have to be an expert, but it's good to understand it. I cannot do JavaScript for shit, people, right? JavaScript rhymes with shit. I can't do either. No, I can do one of them, but I'll let you work out which one I can do. But me and JavaScript, we just don't blend. And I always have to find a code snippet, or I'll reach out to someone here. Hey, George, what's going on? No, but I've got to reach out and find a solution and Google and search and find a snippet to help me out. Me and JavaScript, we don't gel, right? We don't. There's none of this 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4 potato shit. No, we don't. We do not play. But yeah, I think it's like, the whole thing about, we're web designers, we're developers, we're designers, we are problem solvers, we are solution makers. We are innovators. We are entertainers. We are doers, right? So sometimes I feel like there's so much hatred sometimes. I mean, look, I don't like Wix. But if you're a Wix developer, I am not going to criticize you because that is your tool and what you like to use. Just like if you're a Visual Composer developer, I don't like Visual Composer at all. However, if you like using it and it is your tool of choice and you are wicked at it and you get it, why don't I like Visual Composer? I don't like the interface. I don't like how it works. I just don't get it. But if you can make it work and you can get work and clients and you're winning business, by Jove, go forth and conquer, right? So, yeah. Just checking the comments. I've missed loads of comments. If anyone asked a question, just ask it again. Exactly. And you know what, Artif? I bet if you showed people you remember that website you showed as the health one? People go, wow, that's really good. And you know what irritates me is the minute you say it's Elementor, they go, oh, it's Elementor. And you kind of go, well, Elementor does not create the best looking website. Skill, craft, decision making, design, perfection makes a great design. Okay. So I feel, look, you could get me the best cake mixer tool ever. My cakes are still going to taste like crap. You know what I mean? It's all about the skill you put in. No tuna and eggs. What, in a cake mixture? David, quotes there. Have you smelt the Sistine Chapel? Yeah. And I think as long as you understand basics, like Greg says as well, I think it can help a lot. But then again, we have an amazing WordPress community, not just in Web Squadron, but in loads of places. We have a great community. There's always this kind of what I sometimes feel is a bit of love, knowing that you've helped someone out. And the minute you do that, oh, got it, Alex. Yeah, the eggs and bit. I got it now. Yeah, eggs and tuna. Sorry, I'm a bit late on the comments. There's a bit of love in we love to help each other out. We love to know we've helped someone get over a hurdle. You feel like you've accomplished something and made a difference, not just for your clients, but for the community as well. Because you know that there was a point in time where you were using Elementor, WordPress, a plugin, Divi, Visual Composer, just something, and someone out there helped you. And the mentality I despise, and I'm now referring to my old day job with analysts, the mentality I really hated is when sometimes you have a problem and someone in the office knew the answer. They knew exactly what they had to do to either help you out or tell you what to do. And instead of telling you what to do, they were like, well, what do you think you should do? What, have you tried this? And you're kind of you're stressing out. You got a deadline. You just want to sort out, why is this SQL stored procedure that's using a view running for 2 hours? Probably because you did a view upon a view upon a view, which is a bad idea if you do SQL stored procedures, right? Trust me. And you had it linking into a Tableau report, and it's just falling over. And they could tell you that. But they don't do that. But they're the same person who will always want help. They want help, but they don't like giving it. And one thing I love is that the reason I do the videos, the reason I help out, and so many of you do, there are so many people on this live chat who have supported and helped me out when I've had a problem or I'm debating something in my head. The love we spread. That sounds a bit erotic. The love we spread helps to warm the bed. No, it don't. The love we spread we just help. Right, back to the question over here. Oh man, IT, jQuery. That would scare me even more. But I don't look down on it. I want to make that clear. I don't look down on JavaScript. I just get scared of it. But I always feel like, people that look down on you for jQuery RT, you could almost say that one day they will need help with that, and you're the man they'll go to. Oh, Yakub, sorry to hear about that. You had a plugin updated. 100 failed attempts. Amar's question, if you don't mind, how to deal with responses like he is developing the same website. Right. Okay, Amar. Right. Okay. Everyone, I'm going to end the live chat in 5 minutes, but I want to talk about this question Amar has just asked, okay? And I want to expand on it. So the client might say that someone else is doing the same website for X amount. Or you give them a proposal and they go, but another web designer said they'll do it for cheaper. Right, here's what you do. Okay, tell them, take out the name, take out the address. You don't want to know who the developer is. But how about they send you that proposal? Say to them, well, can I see the proposal just to check they are actually doing the same? You ever seen those those adverts that say, look, if you buy a computer, no, you buy a TV and you find the same TV cheaper, we'll refund the difference. You know the ones where they go, here's a TV for $1,000. You find it cheaper, we'll pay back the difference. But look at the small print. It must be the exact same TV. Right? So if it's a Samsung 60-inch, and you find a Sony 60-inch, which is cheaper, they're not going to pay the difference. It's not the same TV. Maybe you find a Samsung and a Samsung 60-inch, but this one is ultra high def. That was high def. It's not the same. This has got a contrast of 100,000 to 1. That had 80,000 to 1. It's not the same. So what I say to anyone who ever does that to me, I'm like, okay, can you show me the spec? Can you show me what they're doing for you? The proposal. I am not contacting them, but I need to be sure they are doing like for like. Because I bet they're not. And if they're not, I'm out of here. And what Mark says is very true as well. Stand by your prices. There is always a little bit of room to negotiate if you think you're going to clinch it and you know you're still going to make a profit from the work. Remember that. You got to make a profit. It's got to be worth your time. But I would always say to them, right, show me what they're doing. Show me the spec. Show me the proposal. Let's see what they're doing. Right? Very true. By the way, hey, Brian, very true. I remember when I was learning SQL and their Experts Exchange forum, Experts-Exchange, where people learn, query SQL and then questions, answers. And I remember some people got a bit narky with me, like, oh, you're not an SQL. You haven't done computer languages and all of that. And I was like, so what? So what? I've got a problem. Something's not working in my code. Any tips or advice? Hey, AppFi. By the way, I've not used Rabbit Loader, and someone asked this earlier as well, but I've not used Rabbit Loader, but someone else might be able to answer that. WP Tasker question. Anyone know how to change the date picker format? I'm pretty sure that was asked in the Elementor Facebook group. Can you go into Elementor Facebook group and do a search for type in date form date or date form. Go to Elementor Facebook group. I'm sure someone's asked that and there was a code or something or a snippet or something. There was something. Exactly, Mark. Right, what Mark's just said there, Harris, about the TV. Yes, they do that, don't they? Or what they say is, if you do find a cheaper TV, it must be within, like, I don't know, 10 miles. It can't be online. Number one, it can't be online, so you can't compare an online price to the shop price. Number two, it must be within 10 miles or something, right? So it's like, if you find a cheaper TV, we pay the other price, but it's not the same, is it? It's not the same. No problems, Armour. Look, by the way, or Armour, sorry, I pronounced your name wrong then. Don't forget, please, Paul, if you're not signed up, please do so. Yes, you join our amazing newsletter, which will, you know, drive you mad, but hey, that's the price you got to pay. But you do have a chance of winning one of these prizes, okay? And that's all we're asking. We're not asking you to send a tweet. We're not whoops, Daisy, I just took my face off. We're not asking you to send a tweet. We're not asking you to share. We're not asking you to subscribe to a Facebook group or anything like that. We're keeping it really, really simple, whereby all you got to do is join our newsletter. Look, everyone, I do have to get on with some other stuff now. Hey, take care, Andrew. I am now going to jump off. Please hit like if you haven't already. Get on with some other stuff. Jump on my bike, by the way, and get on with some other stuff. Please make sure you do visit our Facebook group and sign up, Web Squadron. Make sure you subscribe for our newsletter. If you do want to continue any conversations here, like the vanilla JavaScript, jQuery, Artif, if you want to put a comment or something like that, sure, George, I'll have a look. George, I'll double check the Facebook group as well. If anyone wants to continue the JavaScript conversation, go over to the Web Squadron Facebook group. That's why it's there, right? That's why it's there. Don't forget to hit like, all of you running off people. I'm watching you skittle off like ants. You're like ants on a slope that's been slushed with oil, and you're just sliding away, you bunch of ants. Hey, Andrew. By the way, Andrew, you know, thanks for pointing out Depicted to us, because I think it's not one I might use, but for loads of people that are new to sliders and stuff like that, great solution, my friend. Okay, everyone, take care. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Don't forget to sign up for the competition. Roaches. I like that one better, Brian. You bunch of roaches on an oily slope. Down you slide to your doom. Ha ha. Sorry. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye.